Make your way down onto your back with your knees bent and your feet flat onto the floor. Spend a few moments here just settling into your space and becoming aware of the ground beneath. Just begin to bring your awareness onto your breath flow as you breathe in and out through the nose. You might want to just gently feel into the hips and the lower back by swaying your knees from side to side. And then gently bringing your knees back together, taking a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, sending your legs away from you. Reach your arms up and over your head and come into a full body stretch, curling your toes back so you're lengthening through the hamstrings at the same time. And then breathing across the whole length of the body, inhale. And as you breathe out, sweep your arms around and just gently hug your knees in towards your chest, gently rocking into the back of the body. Bringing your knees to center, interlace your hands over your right knee and send your left heel up towards the sky and all the way down towards the ground. Taking a deep breath in. As you breathe out, start to circle your right knee out and around. So just starting to feel into your right hip joint, opening up through the hips a little, which we're going to be doing with this practice with our tree poses on the ground and standing today. So after you've circled your knee round again once more, bring the sole of your right foot to the inside of your left thigh. So you're making tree shape on the ground. Reach your arms up and over your head, and you could even hook your thumbs here just to anchor your arms into place. Soften your eyes, your cheeks, your jaw, and just give yourself permission here just to be in this tree pose on the ground, and also bring your awareness to the back of the body. And just begin to breathe deeply here, almost as if you're just breathing into this tree and beginning to picture yourself perhaps maybe even in a forest, or maybe as if you were just putting your roots down, anchoring yourself down. And breathing into the lungs of your tree. Taking another deep breath in. And as you breathe out, sweeping your arms around and hugging your knees back in towards your chest and just giving a little rock through the back of the body. This time, interlace your hands over your left knee. Send your right heel up to the sky and all the way down to the ground. And then take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, start to circle out and around, feeling into the mobility that you have available here on the left hip now. And be okay with the fact that one side might be different than the other. You might have more range of movement on one side than the other, and that's why we tend to do this on both sides. That's why we work through the body on both sides. Keeping the extended leg that's on the ground nice and active. Don't forget about that leg. That's your active leg, like the tree trunk. And then allowing your left knee to fall down towards the ground, bringing the sole of the foot to the inside of your thigh. Again, inhaling, reaching your arms up and over your head, hooking your thumbs here if you like, just to anchor you into this place. Bring your awareness onto your breathing. And take 2 or 3 full conscious breaths. And if it's comfortable to do so, close your eyes. And start bringing that concept of stability that trees offer into your body and into your practice. That stability, that rooting down, that sense of growing from the ground up, which a lot of yoga poses do show us and teach us, very much like nature, things just growing from the ground up. So again here, just feeling into the back of the body, almost as if you're laying your roots down into the ground. Taking another breath across the full length of the body, from that right heel all the way up into your fingertips. And as you breathe out, sweeping your arms around and hugging your knees again in towards your chest. And this is just a lovely way to release through your lower back. And again, just rocking from side to side. And we're just going to rock all the way over to one side and make our way up into a seated posture. Swinging our legs around, coming onto all fours, keeping our hips directly where they are, but just walking your hands out in front of you and beginning to lower the head and the heart down towards the earth. So allowing the upper body to begin to stretch and open up. Here, just bringing your awareness to your heart center and imagining your breath just flowing here through the heart. Taking another 2 full conscious breaths here. One more breath. And then very slowly walking your hands back underneath your shoulders. Just rounding the spine and walking your fingertips back towards your knees and rocking here a little, backwards and forwards through the hips. And then bringing the hands back down, sending your hips back towards your heels and bringing the whole forehead down to the mat, allowing your spine to neutralize against the ground. Just breathing in, make a fist through your hands. And as you breathe out, release your fingertips down towards the earth and spread your fingertips quite wide. And then again, inhale, make a fist with your hands. And as you breathe out, release your fingertips down towards the earth. And once more, breathing in, breathing out, releasing your hands and releasing any kind of resistance, maybe allowing the body to sink a little bit more. On the next inhale, you're going to lift up to all fours. And as you breathe out, tuck your toes, lift your knees and hips and press back into a downward dog. Here in your down dog, bring a little bit of movement into your downward dog. So just gently pedal out through the heels and then rise up onto your tiptoes and bring your heels back down towards the ground. Feeling into your hands, sending your breath and your hips up to the sky. Take another deep breath in. And as you breathe out, bending your knees so you can look to the front of the mat. Gradually take your steps forward, folding over your legs. Releasing your spine and softening the energy around your head, neck and shoulders. Feeling into your feet. Hinging through the hips, you're going to come up to standing through a chair, reaching up to the sky, bringing your hands to your heart and coming all the way to standing. And then releasing your hands down beside the body. Now, part of working with tree pose, part of working with balance is introducing Pada Bandha. So that means engaging the feet. And we begin to do that by bringing your awareness down to your feet. And as you inhale, just picking up all the toes from the ground and pressing into the ball and the heel of your foot. As you breathe out, allow the toes almost to fan and spread as you release them back down to the ground. So I just want to invite you to close your eyes and do this with your breath a few times. So inhaling, peeling all the toes up. And exhaling, slowly allowing the toes to release back down to the earth. And again, inhaling, peeling all the toes up. Exhaling, releasing the toes back down. So this is waking up the soles of the feet. Now, next time you inhale, notice the ball and the heel. And as you release all the toes back down, keep the ball and the heel quite connected to the mat, so you're engaging your feet. And we want all of our yoga poses and all of our standing postures and all of our balance really to start from the ground up. So we root down into the ground so we can grow up towards the sky. And here my thighs are quite engaged. I'm lifting through my pelvic floor. So my whole body is this energy, this palpable rising energy. From here, just to follow suit of that energy, let's just rise up onto our tiptoes and float our palms up. And exhale, bring our heels and our hands back down towards the ground. I'm going to come to the front of the mat. I'm just going to take a little salutation and then come back to the mat. Surya Namaskara A. So together we're going to inhale and just circle the arms, reach up towards the sky. Look up to your thumbs. Breathe out, bend the knees and fold over your legs. Inhale, lift your heart, come into a flat back. Exhale, fold and plant your hands to step back into a plank pose. Lift your eyes, take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, lower down to the earth through a low plank or knees, chest, chin. And then inhale into a cobra or an upward dog. And as you breathe out, lift your hips and press back into a downward dog. Taking a deep breath in here. Breathe all the breath out. And then another deep breath in. Exhaling out. Do this once more and still feeling into both your hands, still feeling into your feet for this full body stretch. One more breath in. And as we breathe out, bend your knees so you can look to the front of the mat and slowly walk, step, or hop. Lift your hips and fold over your legs. And again, send the weight into your heels and hinge through the hips as you reach up to the sky and come all the way up to standing. Release your arms back down beside your body and just be in this posture for a moment, Tadasana, this mountain pose. I want to invite you to close your eyes and perhaps engage your feet. If that means picking the toes up and releasing them down, just so you can feel into all four corners of your feet, then do so. And then gently blink your eyes open and just shift your weight to your left foot. So you can feel into your left foot and pick up your right heel and place it to the inside of your ankle. Now with tree pose, just as we did on the ground, it's quite a hip opener. So you want to allow your right hip, your right knee to travel back. And you can always use a wall. If you have a wall at home, you can lean against the wall and allow the body to feel nice and supported as you open up through your hip. This is a baby tree. From here, we're going to just journey the arms all the way back up and bring our palms to meet. And then exhale, bring our hands to the heart center and our knee towards the front. Release the foot down, give your legs a shake. Let's inhale, sit back into a chair. Another salutation as we exhale and swan dive over our legs. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, plant your hands and step back into a plank. Lift your eyes, breathing in. Come down to the earth, low plank or knees, chest, chin. Up dogs or cobra poses. And then exhaling, pressing back into a downward dog. Soften your jaw, your eyes, your cheeks. 2 more breaths here. Exhaling 1. And another inhale. Exhale 2. Bend your knees so you can look forward on your journey. And how are you going to travel there? Walk, step, or hop. Lift your hips and fold over your legs. This time release the backs of the hands against the mat. Give them a bit of a stretch through the backs of the wrists. And then inhale, hinge through the hips and come all the way up to standing. Release your arms down beside the body. Tree pose on the other side, but a baby tree. Just starting with a baby tree. Heel to ankle, opening up now through the left side, the left hip. Fingertips growing down to the ground, again using the wall. You might even want to use a wall for your right hand just to press against to give you an extra bit of support. Inhale, reach your palms up high. And as you breathe out, bring your hands through to your heart center. Knee towards the front and release your feet down. Let's keep moving. Inhale, sit back into a chair. Exhale and swan dive over your legs. Breathing in, lift into a flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale into a fold, Uttanasana. Hands to the ground, step back into a plank pose so you can lift your eyes and breathe in. And come down, low planks or knees, chest, chin. Inhaling into a cobra or an upward dog. And as you exhale, press back into a downward dog. Notice the rhythm of your breath. Notice the cadence and stay with this rhythm. 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Bend your knees. Lift your eyes. Travel to the front of the mat. Lift your hips and fold over your legs. Hinge through the hips and reach up to the sky. Press into the feet and grow from here. And then bring your hands to the heart. Release your arms back down beside the body. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Feeling into your left leg. Let's pick up the right knee this time. Again, you can use a wall for your left hand. Or the whole left side of the body can be against a wall. Just to find your balance and find your center. Remember Pada Bandha through your left standing leg. And try to avoid swaying out, so bring your hips to center. From here, we're just going to play with opening through the right hip and bringing the knee back to center. And again, opening through the right and bringing your knee back to center. This time, let's open through the right and either come into a tree, bringing the sole of the foot to our thigh. You could also try your calf, or come back to tree number 1, heel to ankle. So you choose. Wherever you are, spend a few moments just to try and find some stability through that left standing leg. Use your eyes and a very soft drishti, a gaze, to rest on the ground in front so you can find your balance. And then find steadiness in the breath, and that will just encourage the body to feel a lot more at ease. Let's take 2 breaths here. After your exhale, let's inhale and just reach the palms up towards the sky. And as you breathe out, allowing the palms to part and the shoulders to slide down the back of the body. Staying here for another breath in your balance. Very good. And then gently bring your hands to the heart and bring your knee towards the front. Release your foot down, feeling into both of your feet and releasing your fingertips down towards the earth. Let's keep moving. Inhale, sit back into your chair. Exhale, swan dive and fold over your legs. Breathing in, lift halfway, flat back. Exhale, soften, plant your hands and step back to a plank. This time we're going to take a side plank to the right, roll toes to the right, pick up your right hand. And here you can scissor the legs to make it a bit easier, or stack your feet to make it a bit harder. Use your core muscles and try and draw your shoulders away from your ears. Try and keep the feet nice and active and alert, and breathe in. And as you breathe out, roll over your toes for a plank pose. Lift your eyes, inhale. Come down, either knees, chest, chin, or a low plank. So you can inhale into your cobras or your upward dogs. Exhaling, pressing back into a downward dog. Taking a full conscious breath in. And breathe all of the breath out. And again, inhale. Exhale, bend your knees so you can look to the front of the mat. Walk, step or hop. Lift your hips and fold over your legs. Release. Inhale into a chair and come all the way up to standing. Release your fingertips back down to the ground. Feeling into your right foot, picking up the left this time. And again, taking a moment to find your balance. I quite like to roll out through the ankle here as well. So you can do this just to feel into your foot. Play around with just gently opening and drawing your left hip back. And again, just getting more of an idea what it feels like to begin to open up through the hip as you stand in your balance. You can use a wall for the right side of the body or your right hand to rest upon. And then when you're ready, tree pose of your choice, foot to thigh, calf, or heel to ankle. Now wherever you are, just make sure that your right leg is nice and strong and stable. Bring your hands back to your heart center and then inhale and reach them up towards the sky, and as you breathe out, allow them to part as the shoulders slide down the back of the body. Staying here for another breath and just embodying the stability and the foundation of the tree. Breathing into the lungs of your tree, taking another inhale. And as you breathe out, bringing your hands back to your heart and your knee towards the front. Release your foot and exhale out through the tips of your fingers. Inhale, sit back into a chair. Exhale and swan dive over your legs. Inhale, lift into a flat back. Exhale, soften, plant your hands and step back into a plank. Side plank to your left this time, stacking feet or scissoring your legs, scissoring your feet. Whichever level you want to work at. Take another deep breath in. And as you breathe out, roll over your toes for a plank and lift your eyes. Come down to the earth through a low plank or knees, chest, chin. And then inhaling into a cobra or an upward dog. Exhaling, lifting your tail and pressing back into a downward dog. Here in your down dog, take a deep breath in and breathe all the breath out. Notice your rhythm now, notice your cadence, and notice perhaps the heat beginning to build. And then take another breath in. Pull the navel back, breathe all the breath out, and bend your knees so you can look forward. And how are you going to journey forward? Walk, step, or hop. Lift your hips and soften, fold over your legs. Weight into your heels, inhale, chair, and slowly continue to rise all the way up to standing. This time, we're going to come into a twisted tree. Feeling into your left foot, pick up the right. Open up through the right hip and bring the foot to thigh, calf, or heel to ankle. Hands to heart. Inhale, draw the palms up. And as you breathe out, twisting from the center of the spine and bringing the palms parallel as you twist towards your right. Parallel to the ground, the arms are. Stay here for another breath. Pull the navel back as you breathe out. And then inhale and reach back up to the sky. Knee towards the front and release the foot down. Arms down beside your body. Close your eyes for a moment here and just drop back into your space. Honor your body. Honor this moment and this time. And this practice that you're offering up to yourself. After your out breath, let's sit back into chair. Keep moving through a salutation. Exhale and fold over your legs. Breathing in, lift halfway. Exhale, soften, so plant your hands to step back into your plank. Side plank to the right this time. Now you have a new option. Stack your feet. If you didn't before, maybe try that. Or start to slide your right leg up the inside of your left leg. Make sure the left leg's nice and active. Squeezing your glutes almost together and that right knee reaching up to the sky. Again, drawing your shoulders away from your ears, feeling the space around your head and neck. Take another breath in. Exhale, slide your top leg away, roll over your toes. You decide how you want to make your way into a down dog. Breathing in. Exhale. Once you get back into your down dog, take another deep breath in. Exhaling out. One more breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, look to the front. Walk, step or hop. Lift your hips and soften over your legs. Weight into your heels, inhale for a chair. And then slowly come all the way back up. Release your arms down beside the body, close your eyes, drop back within. Bring your awareness down to the soles of your feet. And here, imagine your feet just beginning to grow these roots down into the ground. And these roots, they don't have to be a centimeter deep. They can be meters deep. Meters and miles deep down to the center of the earth, just rooting you here so you can then grow a little bit taller. And blinking your eyes open, shifting your weight to the right foot, picking up the left knee and coming into the tree pose of your choice. Finding your center, bringing your hands to your heart. Let's make a twisted tree, so reaching up to the sky. Inhale. Twisting to your left, so you're twisting towards your bent knee on the exhale. Soften your shoulders, stay here for another breath, filling the lungs of your tree. Exhale, reaching back up, breathe in. And exhale, hands to the heart, knee towards the front, and release your foot down. Sit back into a chair, inhale. Exhale and fold over your legs. Breathing in, lift halfway. Exhale, soften, plant your hands to step back. Side plank to the left this time, again stacking your feet or sliding the top left leg up the inside of the right leg. Stay here and just take 2 or 3 full breaths. Using your core, activating the shoulder blades down the back of the body. Another breath in here. And as you breathe out, step the top leg away, roll over your toes, lift your eyes. Exhale, make your way down through Vinyasa and back into a downward dog. Once you get here, deep breath in. Breathe out through the mouth this time. And one more breath in. Exhaling out, bend your knees. Now lift your eyes, looking to the front of the mat and walk, step or hop. Lift your hips, fold over your legs. Weight into your heels, inhale for a chair. And slowly come all the way up to standing. And then release your fingers down beside your body. Closing your eyes here. And just picturing the most beautiful tree that you might know. Or maybe allow your imagination just to run free here. The biggest tree that exists is actually in New Zealand. It's got a trunk about 13 meters across. It's nearly 2,000 years old. And if you just embody that stability, that earthiness through the soles of your feet, the wisdom through the center of the body and the canopy up in the head. Gently blinking your eyes open together. Let's just circle the arms all of the way up. And as we breathe out, bending our knees and folding over our legs. Inhaling, lifting halfway. Breathing out and planting your hands so you can step back into a plank. From here, you're just going to simply lower down towards the earth and stack your hands so we can rest our head onto the back of our hands. rocking your knees from side to side. Just gently slide your right knee up towards your right elbow. So now you're making a tree on your front. Soften your belly and bring your awareness to the center of the body. And as you breathe in, allow the breath to travel and spread in all directions, the front, back, and sides of the body. And every time you breathe out, just feeling a little more grounded, a little more centered. Another deep breath here, filling your lungs. And as you breathe out, sending your right leg away from you and just rocking your heels from side to side. Sliding your left knee up towards your left elbow. Tree pose here on your front, on the other side of the body. Taking long, slow, deep breaths. Breathing deep into the belly. Allowing the breath to expand in the body in all directions, front, back, sides. After your exhalation, send your left leg away from you. Begin to inhale, lifting your chin, shoulders, chest, bringing your forearms to the ground. So your elbows are underneath your shoulders and you're just taking a Sphinx pose here. Lovely little back bend, nice uplifting back bend. You can allow your legs to become fairly passive and just feel into the hips, lower ribs maybe peeling off the ground, broadening through the collarbone. Imagine your inhalation rolling up through the front of the body. And the exhalation traveling down the back of the body. If you close your eyes here, and again, just take yourself somewhere really beautiful, maybe to your favorite tree, or part of the forest or the woods. And imagine here, you're just lying here. Next to your tree, just breathing in the warm air. And breathing out. Allowing that air just to travel a bit like a breeze through the body. Another breath here. And then very slowly making your way back down to the ground so you can feel underneath your hands and push the earth away, bringing your hips all of the way back towards your heels. Rocking your hips from side to side here a little, and then walking your hands back towards your knees so we can come down onto our back. And just finish in a lovely reclined butterfly. And again, it's also another wonderful hip opener. Now you can use a bolster here, or you can come all the way down onto your back. So because I've got my bolster handy, and if you have yours handy, you might want to just create a little bit of an angle with your bolster. So I put my back brick at a bit of an angle, and then I've got a bit of height. Leave a little bit of a gap between your hips and the bolster, and then just imprint the spine down onto the back of the bolster with a nice opening through the heart and the chest, and allowing your knees just to fall apart here, to fall down towards the ground. You can make it much more supportive by placing cushions or blocks underneath your knees and thighs, but we'll save that for a restorative class as well. Here, we're just going to remain here for a few moments, just placing one hand onto your belly and one hand onto your heart. Softening your jaw, your eyes, your cheeks. And feeling the presence of the breath, just gently moving through your body. And allowing the body to move, to accommodate your breath. The feeling of the breath moving through the body is really the feeling of your energy. So again, just taking long, slow, deep breaths here. Another one. Breath. And as you breathe out, release your arms down towards the ground. Allow your heart space to feel open. This is a wonderful way also to allow the hips to gently begin to open. Next time you breathe out, just seeing if you can let go through the hips just a little bit more. On the next exhale, allow your fingers to naturally soften and curl. Next time you breathe out, allowing the muscles on your face to gently soften. And then very slowly, you might want to use your hands just to bring your knees back together. Allow your feet to rest flat on the floor. Feel into your hands. And very gently bring your chin to your chest so you can peel yourself away from the bolster and come back upright into a nice comfortable seat. And bring your palms to meet your heart. Namaste.